to Mono Rants Gen V, the only Gen V podcast that's happy to end the season on Justine getting sucker punched. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Well, I was waiting to see what her superpower was, apart from being, a super bitch.
Maybe it's that, and
she can take a good punch to the face too, which is good to know.
Super healing, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
she seems to repair that jaw pretty quickly.
Wonder if it happened if you pulled her hair out by the chunk. Good old fashioned girl fight, like where you get out the handful of hair.
But yeah, no, I was happy. Comeuppance.
She's such a bitch.
Oh yeah, an absolute bitch.
Ugh.
And Harper is only getting worse every time we see her.
Yeah, Harper's been sucked in.
Yeah. But no, episode 7.
Episode 7.
The penultimate episode of the season. And yeah, lots of things happening.
Things are getting interesting.
Lots of things happening for the show itself. And I think the
greater
boys'
world
universe, definitely.
Well, we got Mallory.
We got Mallory and Victoria Neuman.
Yeah, well, they're on the campaign trail. Newman's on the campaign trail for the upcoming presidential elections. Yeah,
so she's coming to God U for a debate.
Town hall debate,
town hall. But, wasn't expecting to see either of them, to be honest with you.
Well, there'd been things on the news in the background about the Neuman singer electoral.
The campaign,
the campaign.
But I thought
there had been some posters and stuff like that around the place. So
yeah, but I thought that was just kind of...
It makes sense that she would make an appearance at God U as well.
Oh yeah, in world it does. I wasn't expecting it.
No, it was nice to see.
Happy to get it because it made for some some interesting stuff.
Yeah, but it also and the fact that pretty much all the presidential candidates or vice presidential candidates try and hit up universities makes perfect sense in world. But the youth of today.
It also...
Who apparently are all morons.
Yeah, but... In terms of just in the show, it allows us to see just how radicalized the students of God U are en masse. Well, there's a couple of bits that are really woo.
But it's the way they've been treated.
I'm not blaming them.
Yeah,
I'm just
they're led to believe.
Seeing it full on,
you get your one who's like, we're superheroes, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, there's
a couple of that, and a couple of references to Homelander and things like that, and how he's right, and it's just a little bit scary.
And even Emma at the end of the episode makes that comment when Shetty says Homelander, and she's like, "Oh, is this about that Starlighter dude?"
Yeah,
and she's like, "Don't get me wrong, that was bad," but even she's not that bothered, and she's one of the most sympathetic people in the show.
Yeah. You get to see a lot of the us versus them atmosphere, which hasn't been prevalent until this point.
Though you've seen hints of it, and you've seen Homelander try to foster that sort of mentality.
But within Gen V itself, you'd gotten one or two hints of it, say with Andre in the club, where they were like, "Oh, just leave her. She's just a human." So they already are having that instilled in them that they're better than normal people, that they're not. They're not normal. They don't have to play within the laws that affect normal people.
Yeah. No, it made for a fascinating episode to get all that stuff in there, to really
especially
see it.
With the kind of very liminal space that university is, where you're treated like an adult, but at the same time you're kind of protected from the world. So getting that rhetoric at them now before they go out, making them entirely vots, because that's what what's happening. They're just sitting fucking ducks for it.
Oh, absolutely. And it's long been a kind of back and forth in American kind of politics anyway.
That you'd be radicalised in the universities.
Yeah,
depending because if you go to a liberal one or this or the other. Or
normally the
you could go to the worst one on the fucking planet, in my opinion, which is Brigham Young.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, but it's the exact same thing. What you expect, you send them to a place that's all pro superhero. They're going to come out thinking they're better than everybody else.
Yeah,
kind of like Trinity students.
That's a reference mostly just for Irish people. But before we dive into the episode, shall we go for our usual summary? Tensions start to boil over on campus when Victoria Neuman comes to God U for a chat with Cameron Coleman, but Marie thinks she might be able to get her to help with the Woods. Shetty tries to form an unlikely alliance, as Kate and the rest of the gang try to get the truth about the Woods and Shetty's plans.
Yeah, Kate is interesting in this.
Yeah, Kate's really trying to prove herself in this episode, I think.
No, I think Kate's just no, fuck you, you use me.
No, prove herself to the rest of them, I mean.
Yeah, she goes a little bit too far.
Yeah. Yes, that she does. But it's not like Shetty doesn't deserve...
Shetty's full on fanaticism. Shetty's full on fucking fanaticism comes out in this.
Oh yeah.
She cray.
But you see the brutality of it right at the start of the episode.
Oh my god, that made me cry. So actually, the first time I watched that made me cry. That girl screaming "I'm sorry" through the glass just fucking got me.
Yeah, no, that
really hurt. Like I actually did fucking cry a little bit.
That was rough, except for the fact that for me it was immediately broken when you see your man come out.
Oh, he looks exactly like Lamplighter in the comic books.
Yeah, I was like, V-zombie. He looks like a fucking V-zombie.
But the hair, the lanky hair, the way he comes out of this kind of like shadowed corner.
It's one of the, I think it's one of the alternate covers or one of the covers
but
that
they
they
have
use
to go
of the
muck
comics.
out Lamplighter.
Yeah, but that's him coming out of the shadows, and it's exactly like that. And that was just one of those moments where I was like, He
also looks a little bit the way he comes out like Humperdinck.
Yeah. But it's.
But I was also like, like he did, you know, like when you get online or like in visuals of like viruses, like the T virus, they kind of look a bit like that.
Yeah.
The rage virus from 28 Days Later. He's got a touch of that going on too. The boils were just
yeah, just make it look plaguey.
Yeah, like, and especially then the added touch of, it has to be transferred through contact with the fluid. And they were like, all the kids were like, don't breathe.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh God, the boils are going to burst.
Yeah,
and
but the Shetty's on the other side of the glass just watching
Jesus,
it going.
frothing on the waddle.
Just going...
How long will it take? And
he's like,
this
isn't really effective enough is kind of what
it
comes
can we make it airborne? And you can just see Cardoso being like, oh, good God.
Yeah, like, wait,
and
what?
he's like, if it's airborne, it would be wildfire. And then she's like, define wildfire. And
yeah,
you're like, at that point, you're like, stop answering questions. You're just giving her ideas.
Yeah.
And he kind of realizes that. And then he's like, I might try the blackmail method. And she's like, what are you going to do? You invented this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no,
you're fucked.
Yeah, she's absolutely played him because she's been like, well, no, you've
created a virus that, yeah.
She's like,
you created a virus that fucking kills soups. Like, how do you think Vaught's going to take that?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that you're like, she was like, I just have you here to do this. Like, I can fucking be like, well, I'm just the dean overseeing it. I have to trust what you're telling me.
Oh, but she's just played him like a fiddle though.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it kind of leading up in the past few episodes.
Yeah, well, from the second he was like, I need him out, like he's just been like, we don't need Sam.
But when he's worried about having killed Betsy.
Yeah.
As well, and he obviously, he got taken in there and was like, right, so we're here to study soups and find some way to control them. That seems to be what Vought wanted, was just a way to control soups.
Yeah, because they keep going off and doing stupid shit, and it probably is going to be easier than fucking paying off witnesses.
And she managed to convince Cardoso somehow that a virus was the way to go.
Yeah. And
got him to go along with it because it means he gets to experiment on soups, which is the thing he likes to do because he wants to see how they work. And I'd say it's just been those little manipulations along the way each time.
Let's see how sick we can make them.
Yeah, as we saw in the last episode. What's the best
way to take them down? What's, that's going to work across the board? You're going to need something that's going to be able to survive an extreme, like, because most viruses, any of the guys who can turn themselves on fire can presumably burn it out of themselves. Because that's how you cure syphilis. Well, you give them malaria.
No, I know. But in terms of they'd have to use their powers to burn it out of themselves, and the virus inhibits their ability to use their powers. So
it does. But you'd have to, like, there would have had to have been stages to be like, what can you have to override, like the V in the blood. But
you can see Cardoso's kind of like,
bollocks.
Yeah, fuck. Damn it. I've been had here.
Yeah, bollocks.
We don't see him for a while until later on, but we see Shetty gets the call from Kate then after she puts him in his place.
Yeah.
She gets a call from Kate, and Kate is
distraught.
Yeah, it says that she's having
everything's
a really hard
just
time.
really fucked up.
Yeah, and can we meet? And Shetty's like, I'm busy. I've got to go for a meeting in the city, but I'll see you later on.
Yeah, she's like, head out to my house, make yourself comfortable. Are you sure you took your medication today? You take another one, you'll feel better.
And I do kind of like the way the show plays with us this episode about Kate, because when you first see that, you're like, oh shit, is she just on the phone to Shetty?
Yeah.
And then you realise that she's in the cafe, and then there's a moment similar to that later on where you think
that
maybe she's back on Shetty's side again, but she's not.
No, but you also get to see the impact of her telepathy when she's walking. Is it telepathy?
Yeah. She can hear everybody.
Yeah. I like the way the only one you can hear clearly is the mother going, I hate these fucking kids. Yep. It was the only one that showed up on the subtitles as well. It made me very happy.
Yeah. And she manages to tune it out.
Yeah, and then that's when you see on the TV the whole thing about the town hall with... Yeah. I can't forget exactly how Cameron Coleman describes her. It's hilarious.
Just whoever writes for him.
I think they just watch Fox all day and just write down some of the lesser crazy shit. It's just...
we both love Cameron Coleman.
Oh yeah, no, the way he plays him is fucking brilliant.
It's just so much fun. The Fox News of it all is just beautiful. Like
it's really such a gorgeous caricature of it because it's not too pushed to be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just restrained enough that he hasn't gone full fucking Fox News at 11 kind of hysteria. Like, there is a modicum of restraint there.
And I was going to say as well, I think there's also...
A modicum is a very small amount.
There's also an element of him playing it up.
Oh, yeah, he totally does. At the town hall meeting, he's really giving it loads.
But like playing up, like, you know what, like we saw in Fox this year of them all texting around being like, yeah, Trump's a fucking idiot.
Oh,
like,
the lawsuit, that was amazing. The shit
that we're saying. Yeah. I think there's a touch of that with Cameron, and when you see it in the town hall later when...
Oh, when he's just shit-stirring?
No, when he accuses her of having low poll numbers.
And then goes straight to the audience?
But her response is just like, no, Cameron, like, that's obviously not why we're doing this and you're clearly wrong. And he can see that, like...
He's losing ground.
Well, her response is not the one he wanted at all, so he very quickly switches to something else. And yeah, it's just, he's just so good.
And when he's interviewing Polarity earlier in the day as well.
But yeah, we only see him on the screen there to like set up what's coming later on. And then we see the gang sitting around the table and Kay tells them, yeah, look, I'm going to go see Shetty later.
Shetty can't meet because she's got a meeting in town.
But I'll see her later on. I'll go over to her house and
I'll make her tell us everything, basically. And she can hear everybody doubting her, which, you're going to because you couldn't trust the girl.
No, but it's also not necessarily going to be easy for Kate.
No, but Jordan gets all pissy and storms off.
Yeah.
And Marie goes after them to go and have an argument outside.
I like the bit where Marie says, just before Marie goes out, she says something to Kate to the effect of, I want to trust you.
Yeah.
And Kate's response is, yeah, I know.
And it's like, this is why we don't want you in our head. And then she has a bit of an argument with Andre as well, because Andre's like, no, I'm going to go to the house with you. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
And he does have, she's like, he's like, we're trying. And she's like, I know you are. He just looks at her and it's like, stop! Like...
Well, yeah, because she's like, is that what you think of me? As well, and then because there's a couple of times during this episode where she's like, is that what you think? And his response is like, you know,
should know what I think.
Sometimes it's called for, sometimes it comes across as a little bit bitchy. But Marie runs outside after Jordan and they kind of argue because Jordan's like, why are you always taking her side? She's like, I'm not, but look, she could have wiped us any number of times since,
she hasn't.
Yeah. That's kind of got to count for something.
She is trying, and she's coming off all this insane medication that she's been on as well. And Jordan's just like, well, I have a key to Shetty's office, so fuck that, let's go search it.
Well, I like the fact that Marie calls Jordan out and is like, you need to stop
turning
changing
into
your
a
guy
boy
every time you want to try and make a point to us.
Yeah.
Touching on kind of what you had said last week about Jordan choosing one form or the other depending on what they want to express or how they want to portray things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's nice. But what I really like there is all the posters in the background.
Oh, or the old iPod ads?
The iPod ads and the A-Train thing. It's like you gotta be fast to catch the food truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Run, starving children. Chase that food.
But yeah, the iPod ads and then the Neuman singer posters with all the graffiti on them.
Oh, the cock and balls.
And a classic cock and balls.
Right in the mouth.
Yeah. But the two of them argue and Jordan's like, look, well, maybe we don't need Kate. Let's get some evidence and get Sam and go and she's like, expose it.
Who are we going to tell? Instagram? A black woman and a biracial or bigendered Asian superhero?
The thing about that, actually, Maria is very quick to shut Jordan down there and be like, people won't believe us.
Yeah.
But then later on in the episode, she uses that argument with Vic.
Yeah.
She's like,
well, I have a platform now.
Yeah, I have a platform. Whereas earlier
Vic's
you
just
said,
shut her down. So she's like, well, fuck you. I can go and tell people if I want.
I know where it's coming from. It's just, I feel like maybe she should have considered that as well later on. But yeah, then Marie is like, well, hang on. Maybe you are actually onto something. We shouldn't put it on Instagram. We just have to get it to the right person. And we were sitting there watching it going, that's not the right person. That is the worst person.
That person, no. Don't trust that person. Bad touch.
Yes.
Stranger danger all over that one.
Speaking of bad touch.
Because we were desperately trying to remember if anybody else knew.
Yeah, we were going back on, season 3's a blur. When did Huey find out?
Huey finds out when she explodes that guy all over the parking lot.
Yeah, and that's kind of why he's like, the system is rigged, and that's kind of what pushes him towards taking the V24, isn't it? But yeah, we were like, no, don't go there. Don't go there. But I know after that we get to see Sam and Emma again. Yeah,
well, they're back. He's in the most adorable panda fucking hoodie.
Yeah, because she's gotten him out of his blood-covered overalls.
Yeah, there's some dude in like one of her like movement classes who's like, he'll incinerate anything with his pyro powers for like 5 ecstasy and won't ask any questions.
Yeah.
Always a good person to know. And then she's like, hang on, I'll get you food on the way back. And he's like, oh, it's really funny because he's like rummaging around her room. And then he finds her drawer of
sex toys.
Yeah, I was just going to call them Bob's, but all right. And like, she's got the fucking...
The Starlight one.
Yeah, the wandy one.
Yeah.
That looks uncomfortable.
But
no, it has a look of like chunky, like toy. It doesn't look comfortable.
But I mean, Sam doesn't even know what it is, I don't think, because he's just like, you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like he just literally means you just have things, like that's it. And she's like, I like choices.
Because
yes, of course
up to this point,
should.
all Sam
that
had
little
was...
Lilu one is about, that little pink one that he picks up first is about fucking 300 quid.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Apparently you see God.
But I like that his whole thing is just like, you have a lot of stuff. Like, I just had a beanbag.
Yeah, I have a beanbag. And she's like, no, when she's like, oh, here's some clothes I nicked for you and you can't come with me and you need to go. She's like, you have to stay here, remember not to open the door.
Yeah.
And he gathers up all the stuff and then gets into the cupboard.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sad.
Oh, I know, but
just the way he looks around, then he gets in, but then he gets back out again, which is...
Well, he does get back out
and he's changed clothes, and then he like snoofs around the room again, which I love. Because it is, just when he's sitting on the bed and he's like bouncing and like shaking his arms and it's like, yeah! It was like, oh, that's so fucking sweet.
I know. But before she leaves, when she says to him, after he mentions the last time he was at a Whataburger was with Luke.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, fuck.
And she's like, oh, for everything you've been through.
You should be more fucked up.
Yeah, you should be more fucked up. And even though you killed a bunch of people, you're still ridiculously sweet.
Yeah, well, he does make the joke of earlier. He was like, I ripped a guy in half.
He was a puppet at the time.
Yeah, and then just kind of shrugs and walks on. And it's like, okay.
But yeah, no, when we see him later and he's bouncing around the bed, when he finds all the panties.
Oh my God, the drawer. For how much of a fucking mess her side of the room is, there is no way her underwear drawer looks like that.
No.
There is no way.
No, it's not that.
It would be a bucket of like literal like underwear and you would rummage.
Yeah, but at the same time, I suppose I can understand her wanting to keep all the tiny ones separate because...
Then keep them somewhere else.
Yeah.
When he puts the little ones on and he's playing like he's being finger people.
You're only saying that because I'm strong and mistreated.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh, it's so good. Now I think we've skipped ahead a bit there,
care.
But yeah. No,
that made me cackle. That made me laugh so fucking hard.
In between those two bits of Sam, they go to Shetty's office. Marie and Jordan go into Shetty's office. Oh,
that is also kind of funny. Just more for Cardosa. When he shows up, because they're in the office and they're snooping about because Jordan's like, well, I'm her TA because she took over Brinks' class, so they were Brinks' TA. Had the key, can't get into the computer. Marie's going through like the desk and it's just like, it's normal shit like patient files and stuff, but she does find a blue folder under everything else.
Yeah.
And that's the one that when they open it has Transatlantic Flight 37, which if we go
all the way back to season 1, episode 4.
That's the one the Homelander fucked up.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, I think as well, when you see flight details, you're like, ooh. that's got to be that one. And it is indeed that one. And they see is it the flight manifest?
Yeah, they have the names
on
the
list, but it's got her family's names on it. And they're like, oh shit, her family
I don't know if it's well known at this point. Was it known at this point that Homelander is the one that brought down that plane?
No. Oh, no.
So how did she find out that's Homelander? Obviously, she worked for Vol.
Well, you see, there's that, but also there's photos of the wreckage and stuff.
Oh, with the laser marks on it, because it wouldn't be the first time they've had stuff that's been found like that, because the mayor of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Deep finds the plane.
And Deep finds the GoPro for Maeve as well.
Well, yeah. How is the Deep still alive at this point?
I don't know, but I do like that they're bringing Flight 37 back into the mix.
That should have always had a consequence. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because in season 2...
And you would think it would have been something like somebody else would have found one of the cameras and found the footage on it. That's how I always thought that Flight 37 was going to come back to bite them.
At the start of season 3, it's being held over Homelander's head, but by the end of season 3, it's kind of been wrote off because there's that scene where Starlight threatens to go public with it, and he's like,
Go ahead.
What
are you going to do about it?
I'll just go nuclear, like.
Yeah.
So we kind of thought that was Flight 37 taken off the board, but...
No, that's just giving somebody else revenge.
Back on, yeah.
And that's what I was saying from the start, is she doing it for personal reasons.
Yeah, well, we were saying that last week, that we reckon it was to do with the dead daughter.
And she's far more dangerous because it's personal.
Didn't think it would be Flight 37. Figured it would be collateral damage or something, but I like that they've tied it back in. But
and especially because in that episode, the only people that you ever really see that are focused on are the mother and child.
And I even said when we were watching it, I was like, oh shit, is that going to be Shetty's wife and kid? But no, it ends up just being people we didn't see.
No, I don't think that. I need to go back and watch that episode and double check.
No, well, because Paul Shetty is the name on the manifest anyway, so it's definitely not her.
Yeah.
But before they can figure out exactly what the deal is, they realise Shetty's family was on the flight that went down.
And what happened with that flight?
Before they realise that Homelander was the one who took down the flight, Cardosa bursts into the office.
They hide under the desk.
For a drunken rant.
Yeah, that's one hell of a drunken rant too. And he's just like, inoculate them! Increase infection rate!
I get that he's hammered and I get that he's upset.
Why did he have to do that to the whiskey?
That's kind of funny. Why is he wandering around the office ranting about the plan? Like, I know you're drunk, but secrecy, dude.
Yeah, it's not the first, like...
The peeing in the whiskey is good.
I was just like, but it's good whiskey. Like, how many other things in that office have to be violated by a penis?
Yeah, true.
Just burn it all down at this point. It's all had dick on it.
Yeah, that's at least 2 things anyway. Also, for the amount of time he was peeing in that should have been overflowing.
Yeah, he drank a whole bottle of whiskey.
Well, I don't know how...
What goes in must come out.
But yeah, so he pees in the bottle and has his rant and then...
Puts it back and leaves.
And leaves after calling her a cunt.
And the 2 under the table are like, what did he just say about infection rate?
Did he just say infection rate?
Yeah, so now they're like, oh. Well, they've just heard him ranting about the whole thing. He just had his, now you will die, Mr. Bond moment, essentially. Like, where he's just announced the whole plan.
Yeah. And the other scene that we just skipped over then was one of my favourite scenes of the episode when Shetty goes to see Grace. Because, another character I wasn't expecting to show up in Gen V.
And I loved Grace's response to her. Grace pegged her right away.
Yeah. Because and Shetty's so... Not cocky about it, but when she's like, you're going to want more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, and we're in 10 months, we're going to have it, like...
Yeah.
At this point, and the fervour in her voice and her actions, and she's like, "This is why I need you because they're about to find out because I can't hide this anymore."
Yeah.
And she's showing her pictures of Betsy.
She's like, what do you need me for? And she's like, oh, well, you know where they all are.
And we'll be ready to, like, mobilise in 10 months. We can get them all. And Grace is like, that's when Grace is like, you can't do this. And she's like, oh, no, it's neutralising them all. She's like, no,
that goes way beyond neutralising.
Genocide. Yeah. Like, you can't do that. Stop what you were... And she did tell her, she's like, stop what you were doing immediately.
Yeah.
Because if they find out, they will crush you.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I've got nothing left to lose. And it's like, no, you do. You just don't know it, yeah.
Yeah.
But Grace straight up is like, you cannot do that. That is fucking genocide. It doesn't matter that it's soups.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is fucking genocide. And even Grace knows that that's not what she wants.
No, like Grace has never wanted that. Grace wants control,
some way to control
oversight.
them. Yeah, she doesn't want to kill them.
Yeah, but that's the
like, she's willing to work with them. You know, she's like, I think Starlight Annie as well has worked a bit on her.
Yeah, but I think that's the main difference between
good. Like, even Grace recognises that there are good soups out there.
But that's the main difference between Grace and Billy or Shetty.
Yeah. And she does mention
kind of the same in the comics, but more so in the show. Grace has always been about the control and the oversight. Even in the face of personal tragedy, it still didn't change her goals.
No.
And even when she was faced with the person who caused that personal tragedy, she was able to put aside her own vengeance.
To take down
use
take
that
all the
person.
heads off that Hydra.
And that I love that characterization really, and I love that Grace stays that way, and that her response is what we see. It makes sense and it tracks.
And then as well, she also warns her, and she's like, I know a fellow countryman of yours who has this rage.
Yeah, it's like, all consuming.
Do not choose this path.
Also interesting that she's almost nearly talking about Billy in the past tense.
Well, I think
I don't think he's dead. She's cut him off.
She has cut him off because he is dangerous and Shetty is dangerous. And that's when when Shetty walks away and she takes the phone in the pocket and is like, did you get all of that? Watch her.
Yeah. I wonder who she was talking to.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out.
But, no, one of the things...
Probably Frenchie.
Could well have been, yeah.
Or MM.
One of the things probably MM, actually. One of the things I really liked about it, though, just for seeing how far gone Shetty was, is when she says that's a war crime. Shetty's response is, but we're at war.
Doesn't make it not a war crime.
Yeah, that's why they're called war crimes. It's even when you're at war, you
there are
that
laws.
Was extra horrible.
There are laws around war.
Yeah, that's why it's a war crime.
Yeah, as weird as it sounds. And one of the worst ones is genocide.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the big one.
Yeah, targeted mass extermination of a population of people is like the ultimate no-no.
Yeah.
We are still having trials about it.
Yeah, no I did. Grace was bang on, and I liked that little line just to show just how far gone Shetty is.
And Shetty would be aware of Butcher as well because of the whole Stillwell thing, so it wouldn't have taken much for her to go, And I wonder if that would have been her next step.
But
reach out to Butcher. Who else is going to help her?
We said that when we were watching it. We were like, Grace, why did you say that?
Because
now
she'll go,
just given her, now she knows there's some English bloke who also fights soups and really hates them. It's not going to be that hard for her
to work out. Find out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Is. But as it turns out, that doesn't really matter. But we'll get onto that in a bit. Because getting back to Sam, after his little mini panty doll finger plaything. He hears
that was sweet. It was hilarious.
But he
was
hears
like
a
every
scream
kid
outside.
With the fucking Barbie dolls.
Oh yeah. But he hears a scream outside and immediately thinks it's Emma in danger and runs out.
But now they've snowed in the entire fucking dorm.
Yeah.
I would hate it. I'm sorry, but the idea of living in dorms like that, like, actually, I know.
You really just... You can't get over that, can you?
I can't. I cannot. For the amount of money that they pay, why can't you have your own bathroom? That's the big thing that gets me. It's like you have to share a fucking bathroom with the entire floor. Fuck off.
Well, I mean, are dorms still like that in America now, or is that just the
I'm pretty sure
the Hollywood depiction of dorms?
I was watching a thing recently about some massive dorm that was trying to be built in the University of Southern California.
Yeah.
I think it was California, but it was basically just like a prison with like little rooms with no like windows or anything in them to try and get as many of them in as possible. And there'd be like 8 units to, or like 8 rooms to a unit, and there'd be so many units to a floor.
Just cram them in there.
Yeah, any which way, how regardless of like need of natural light and like enough exits. And,
delightful.
Yeah, so it really boggles my mind that you have to pay for your basic amenities and you don't even have a kitchen or anything like that. You have to go off down to like the fucking restaurant to get food.
It's just shitty.
The whole thing just really, really boggles my mind, because we were like, here you go, here's your apartment. Here's 4 other people you might have, if like at least where we went when I lived on campus.
Yeah.
It was like, here's a room or here's an apartment you share with like 4 other people, but you all have your own room except for the double room, but the only people who share the double room are people who request them. And like we had our own kitchen and sitting room and shit, and we all had an ensuite, so we never had to see each other if we didn't want to.
Yeah, but America's shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
it is. Also, that amount of noise outside of my room all the fucking time. Constant. Fucking constant. Like living in a hotel. But a hotel full of rowdy drunk people.
Well, I mean, look, that being on campus here could be like that a bit at times as well.
But at least you could get out of your room to go to the bathroom without fucking buckling yourself on ice.
Well, that's not... Like, people in America don't have superpowers, Kira.
I know. I'm just...
But, so they have their little ice slide thing, and they're like, they all convince Sam to come out and play, basically. And Sam's a bit worried about them getting in trouble. And
they're all like, you're one who's lying on the ground. It's like, we're superheroes. We can do whatever
we want.
Yeah.
And nice callback to season 1, episode 2.
Oh, where he scared the shit out of your one in fucking crime stats.
Yes, poor Annika.
Yeah. Between that and the almond joys, like, she just had a really bad day in work.
I hope Annika gets out.
I hope Annika's okay. Speaking of Annika, nobody's checked on Thingy yet.
Dusty's, yes. Nobody has mentioned Dusty.
Yeah, we got to see Sloane again, but no
like,
Dusty.
Yes. It's not like this show to forget about people. Well, except for Cindy, it's not like this show to forget about people.
Yeah, Cindy's still out there
I was
somewhere.
thinking about that the other day. Like,
I wonder where she'll show up. That'll be fun.
I wonder, will she show up? I did see something online about how the actress was cast as a regular in some other show. Oh. So it could be just a case of real world stuff getting in the way.
Yeah.
Because it's unlike the writers of the show to forget about people or things like that. Especially,
they have mentioned having to round up the stragglers from Sage Grove. So.
Well, they mentioned it in the VNNs as well. There was the whole thing about the highway killings.
Yeah,
that
and we were like,
was Cindy. But so far it never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yes.
Because Cindy was cool.
I liked Cindy. Get to see some of the other powers that some of the other soups have in this. Like your man who was like with the ice blast, that was kind of... I didn't get why he went in his hands and then just blew ice. Like that's not how that works, buddy.
Who are you to tell him how his powers work?
No. Give me back Sean Ashmore.
Yes. I think... I don't know. I think he's just being like cocky and showy. You know what I mean?
And fucking Octo Dick was there.
Yeah, Rufus is there being an asshole
with his fucking make America soups again or whatever hat he had on.
I didn't even bother to read it. I just went red hat. That's something stupid.
Yeah.
I get what point you're trying to make. Sure.
Yep. It's like the no surrender t-shirts with the mugshot on them.
That's surrendering.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that the picture from when he surrendered? Yeah.
But yeah, well, Sam is having fun.
Yeah, well, you get the montage of him sliding and having a beer, and the guy who can't light the joint because it's like the whole end of it's on fire.
It's just a twisty end. They're burning off the paper. But Rufus is like, oh, come on, let's go to the next place as well.
Oh, and Wish Kate. You spotted the Wish version of Kate standing behind him in that.
Yeah, there's a blonde girl who just looks like non-union Kate.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rufus is like, oh, let's go to the place. Sam's like, oh, I gotta wait
for the party's moving.
But he's like, no, Emma's there. Come on, let's go. And like, is Rufus just being a dick, or does he just suddenly decide he likes Sam, or what's the story there?
He just went, hey, gullible kid, come with me.
Yeah,
I can play with you.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's like, hey, this kid doesn't know what's going on. I can probably have fun with him. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But they don't march off to a house party. They march off to the town hall.
Well, yeah. Well, we don't get to see them at the town hall yet. We see Cameron and Polarity.
Oh, being interviewed, and Kate and Andre are watching it in Shetty's house.
Yeah, it's them about why Vic's coming to campus in the first place. But Andre and Kate
like,
are watching.
Why the fuck is he being interviewed? Why is he doing that? He's going on?
He's got nothing to promote until next year.
And Kate's like, well, he's doing the town hall because Shetty thought it'd be a good idea to have a soup asking the questions that relate to soups. Did he not tell you? And he's like, no, I haven't spoken to him since I asked him to get the kids out from under the woods, and he didn't.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I don't need to speak to him over this. And then things start to go quite badly wrong on the set. Yeah,
well, Andre and Kate have a bit more of an argument about, what side she's on and her being inside his head, and he's a little bit dicky. But then Polarity has a seizure of some kind.
It looks like a seizure. He stumbles in his speech. And then he starts to tick, and he looks really panicked when he starts to tick.
Yeah.
You can see it in him. He's starting to sweat, and then you can see static and stuff like that.
I've forgotten the actor's name again.
Sean
Patrick Thomas? he plays it really well in that scene, because when he loses the words and he's not sure where he is, and he looks at Cameron with this kind of like pleading, and Cameron's quick to come in and cover for him. But yeah, he looks so worried, and then it's like he feels the seizure coming on, and there's one shoulder twitch, and he just looks terrified. Yeah, but like collateral damage is one thing, but I had never considered, and that's why I love this whole show, and the whole concept of The Boys is superheroes in the real world and what the ramifications of that would be, and I had never considered a soup that can, like, with metallurgy having a seizure, what would happen? Yeah, well, just anything like that. Yeah. Any superpowered individual having some form of, whether it be a seizure or a congenital disease or something like that. Well, we've seen what happens when they get a brain tumour. Yes, that was one person, certainly. But, like, I mean, what if somebody what if Betsy has acido? Does she belch fire by accident? Like, things like that. But then there was also the ones, remember I was saying about your man who was almost like from it, your man in Sage Grove, who's basically Blachowski, who's not immune to his own superpower as well. Well, yeah, but just more in the sense of normal, like diseases and medical issues that would have completely different effects on superheroes. You know what I mean? Like a super strong soup with dementia who doesn't know who anybody is. We've already seen what happens when one has paranoid delusion with mind, and they're incredibly dangerous. Oh yeah, that was kind of different though, because that was he had isolated. He had himself. Mind powers, and he had kind of gone a bit crazy. But just like this, like a superhero, it's actually affecting everything. And even when they get him into the ambulance to the general wellness centre. That you spotted that. I hadn't actually spotted that. Well, it's kind of hard to see because the panel on the ambulance is crumpling in. Yeah, but it's the global wellness centre. It's where the soups go for rehab. And well, no, he's back in, when you see him in the hospital bed, he is in the 7 Tower. They're not going to let somebody like him go into a normal hospital, not with... Well, especially not after what's happened. No. But yeah, it's kind of shocking to see, especially the way they do it on the TV screen. Yeah, where it's affecting the signal, but you can see things crashing. And you see somebody get, and you can clearly see out of it with like a camera as well. Or a light. He's in that real stiff arched back position in the chair as well. Like, and you can see everything seized up. So it's really fucking serious. But Judge, you know what he needs? He needs Prune Squalor to strip him and hit him on the back with his silver hammer. He can get up and run naked around the place. Oh, Dr. Prune Squalor. As a reference for like 2 people who have watched Gormenghast or listened to our Gormenghast episode. He said, I have a lovely neck. But yeah, Andre runs off to... Yeah, Andre rightly goes after him, like, gets in the ambulance. Thank fuck he's in the ambulance, because I think it's the only thing that saved that ambulance crew, because polarity's still seizing. He's still affecting his environment. Do you know what might have saved that ambulance crew? Stopping. If the driver stopped fucking driving. But what would have happened then if they'd left him in that ambulance? Like, and you couldn't have put him outside, because then he'd start affecting cars around them. Well, yeah, but, I mean, surely... a mobile seizing superhero who can control metal is worse than a stationary one. Because like you couldn't helicopter him or anything. Like no, but just like don't. But I really do feel sorry for that poor paramedic at the back who she gets the scissors through the ear. Yeah, and then she gets the fucking fire extinguisher to the face and wrist. Yeah, she ends up breaking her arm and everything. Like poor girl. Yeah, it's danger pay, but thank fuck he's there, because he's able to stop the unit collapsing in on himself. Them, but he's still not when he's afraid, he's not as strong. No, when he's angry, he's very strong, as we've seen. But he's not like learned to control his powers without manipulating his emotions. So when he's scared, he's nowhere near as strong. We've already seen him be able to be distracted, to hold people up and to be distracted easily. Yeah, but like you say, luckily he's there, because otherwise it would have been a whole lot worse. Oh god, yeah. But everybody makes it to the hospital safely. Yeah, but in the meantime, Emma has discovered that Sam has gone missing. Yeah, she comes back with a whole load of like food and beer. Yeah, and he's like, why is the hallway wrecked? Yeah, sees he's not there, freaks out a little bit, goes looking for him, and that's when we see Sloane again. Hey, Sloane. Yeah, and Maverick is like, I'm not your fucking... Go cock block somebody else. I'm not your personal find your friends app. Go cock block somebody else. I want to know what is going on with their relationship. I really do. I think it's hilarious. I want to know what... I am really hoping that I'd like... Whenever they finally make it to graduation, we get to see Sloane as a human. No,
just do you want to just see an alpaca walking across the stage in the game?
I still really hope Sloane is a superpowered sentient llama and not
a llama.
And
he's supposed to be dead.
But yeah, no, I want Sloane to be a superpowered llama, alpaca, and not a superhuman that can transform.
Well, apparently she's a kinky bitch, so yes. Hooray! Should I had a camel llama down?
Camel llama deep down. He knows how to calm a llama deep down. Well, actually, no, he doesn't, because she was really angry with him in the last episode. Yeah. But at least they've made up.
Well, they're attempting to.
But yeah, the reason that Emma can't find Sam is because Sam is off at the town hall.
Being radicalised.
Basically, yeah.
In fairness, he's an easy target. Like, he spent how many years just being tortured by Shetty?
Yeah. So it's and this is the first time he's seen superpower people having fun together.
And being allowed to use their powers and not getting in trouble for using their powers.
Yeah,
every time,
and being proud of it.
Yeah, and being like, well, we can do whatever we want because we're superheroes. And like, have a beer.
Yeah. But yeah, the Vic and Cameron stuff is brilliant because Cameron takes over from Polarity.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, you had a last minute emergency. Yeah, no shit.
Yep.
But I love the fact it's the vault machine. Like, it just keeps on going.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just fuck it, cut that one out, we'll put this one in.
Yeah, we gotta just...
keep on going. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
But yeah, Cameron's just brilliant with all his, like... Everything is her fault. No matter what she says, everything is her fault.
He was like, well, because I got really confused because I was like, why is he blaming Stormfront on her? I got so confused by the way he phrases it that I was like, hang on, you're mad at her for forming a thing, but when they did when Stormfront and, because they're blaming Stormfront for all the head popping.
Yeah, and Soldier Boys freak out in New York.
Yeah, and then you're angry at her because she didn't do anything?
Yeah, I think it's the...
and my brain went, sorry, what now?
Yeah, it's the whole thing of you set up the FBSA...
And we've hated you for every minute since and not cooperated at all, but how dare you not do anything when...
Well, it's like, I think it's the whole thing of you say that you're here to provide oversight and stop bad things happening, but when superheroes do bad things, you don't do anything. So really all you're here to do is like shit on us and like keep us down.
And then he's like, tell us once and for all, do they have civil rights?
I like the whole thing about...
I was like, you don't even recognise food as a human right.
America's most prominent minority are superheroes.
Fuck off. It's a country that doesn't even recognise some of the UN basic fucking human rights.
I know. But, yeah, all that stuff.
Oh, you can't control us.
Well, no, just all the when she's like, they all have, great.
When she's like, oh yeah, of course you all have civil rights, and you hear somebody being like, fuck you, we do. And it's like, oh God.
There are one or two times where things she says gets applause. But
it's also scattered with booze. Like, there are people there who obviously live near the university, like the townies, who are like, yeah, no, because we have to live next door to this fucking shite.
I think there's even some of I think it's just supposed to be students there. Yeah. But I think some of them are...
Because she is saying, like, there is common sense...
But she's also saying, like, there's going to be representation for superheroes in Congress or the Senate or whatever, that they're going to have a voice, and that, she's got these kind of positive things to say. There's a few people who do seem to take it, but... Yeah,
common sense solutions. Like, like, get together with us, we try and, the government can't address your concerns unless we have somebody who represents you, who can identify these. This is why you need to have, like, diverse and equal representation. This is why you need to have people who may not have who may not be fully able-bodied to be able to point out things like this. People, that's the whole point of it.
But you can see that even when she's making these sort of, like, sensible points.
Oh, he's making faces beside her.
Yeah, but...
it's so childish. He's literally making faces beside her. Oh, I know, but
that's why he's so brilliant. No, but the crowd, they start... Well, Rufus and his crowd...
His little group of cronies.
They're just there to just shout and boo and cause hassle. They don't even want to listen to what she's got to say. But when Cameron opens the floor up...
Oh, they all start shouting. No, well, like, there's your one who's like, well, we all saw Homelander kill that guy.
Kill a human,
yes.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I have every faith in the legal system. Like, he should face a trial, a jury of his peers. And that's when it starts to lose control, because they're like, humans, we're better than humans.
Yeah, humans aren't our peers. And yeah, you start to get that's when somebody shouts like "Soup lives matter."
Yeah.
And yeah, it's that.
And she does try, like, because she stops the Secret Service agent coming over because he's like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
And she's like, no.
She stands up and she does try and kind of calm the crowd to a degree.
Yeah, oh, she does, and it doesn't really work.
No, because somebody lasers a flag behind her, and the Secret Service agent is like, "Nope, we're out of here. Come on."
Yeah.
Don't care. And Cameron's just sitting there and still does his sign off. She's getting rushed off stage and he's like, to camera 2 or whatever, and is like,
as you can see,
a college campus has rejected
Victorian, much like the rest of America.
It's
just, he has to get the little last word in. Yeah. Even as shit is going, although I suppose he knows nobody's going to
hurt anything. Nobody's going to fuck anything at him. Yeah, and Homeland Security are like, let's get you out of here, or the Secret Service.
Yeah.
And Marie catches her backstage because Marie's gotten into the building through rather spectacular means.
Yeah, because while all that was going on outside, Jordan has decided to create a distraction for Marie, and what a wonderful distraction it is.
Yeah, because the town hall is on campus.
Yeah.
So it's in the auditorium, and the auditorium is being guarded by 2 normal security guards.
Just normal security guards, yeah.
Poor guys.
So they have no hope of containing a superhero brawl.
Yeah, especially when it's a girl fight.
Yep.
Oh, and it is a spectacular girl fight.
Well, I think it's broadens out into everybody
but it starts with girls fighting, which tends to lead to more girls jumping in.
As much as I think Jordan just wanted an excuse, I do feel there's a little bit of Jordan being like, no, I like Emma now.
Yeah. Hey, you're the bitch that fucking upset my Emma. Come here to me, you.
Yeah, and proper
she doesn't go punch her. No, she hits her with the energy strike.
Oh yeah, but it's
in the face.
Proper ejects her.
Yeah. It's so satisfying to see Justine when she turns back around, her jaw's wrapped halfway around her face.
I just love how it's in the middle of her like attempted defense of herself. She's trying to say, no, I gave Emma a platform, but she doesn't even get the word out before
because I gave her a
whaps her, like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. And then it looks like Justine is about to attack back. But she doesn't get the chance because like
one of her other little cronies,
girl Cyclops, comes in.
Yeah, basically one of her Justine's other little cronies is like, fuck you. And then you've got Harper on the phone being like, Jordan Lee attacking one of her own.
Turning on her own kind.
So you can see it already spreading throughout the campus, this sentiment of they're better than humans.
Yeah, that's the stuff that we were talking about there. All this
Homelander speech. That Homelander speech where he was like, I'm better than you. That's really started to circulate. And
and Rufus says to Sam at one point inside when Sam's like, why is everybody so angry? He's like, because they're trying to control us. You know, Homelander did nothing wrong. Homelander was right, you know? And it's like, oh no. And between that and the virus, I think they're working towards some of the comics endings.
Yeah. They're definitely going to need to have to diffuse this situation in some way because it is just getting incredibly dangerous because you've got everybody that Stormfront mobilized who are still following Homelander regardless of what happened to Stormfront. Like it's like just because their figurehead is gone, you can't stop it. It's already in motion. Yeah,
we've seen all the people who supported Homelander in the very last scene of season 3. And now we see that there's plenty of superheroes who are like...
But especially because they're in God U, all the media that they are consuming has been... It's all VOT news. It's VOT.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So they're consuming that narrative as well, constantly. And it is very scary.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all the stuff around the town hall.
It gives me big Mormon vibes. Just in that really weird, creepy indoctrination... We control everything. You're raised to live this way. You never associate outside of it. It gives me those vibes.
Oh, and I think it is supposed to, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so Marie does take the opportunity. She sneaks inside, and as Vic is coming off stage, Marie approaches her and is like, I need to talk to you. The Secret Service guy is like, no, not happening.
But Vic recognizes her. Vic knows who she is. She's like, you're Marie Moreau.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd get to speak to you.
Come on, we can go and chat for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
They fuck off to a green room, and Marie's desperately trying to tell her, but Vic keeps cutting her off.
Yeah. And does something I really wasn't expecting.
Yeah. No, because I was going, Marie can tell shit in the blood.
Yeah, when she's like, tell something about me, about my blood, it's like, well, she's going to immediately talk to V. And it's like, Vic's smart enough to know that.
No, Vic's got a plan.
Yeah, although the other thing actually...
I also answered my other question.
What?
Who Marie's benefactor was.
Yes. But before that, one of the first things she says to her in the green room is...
My daughter's going to be so jealous. I got to meet the Guardian of Goldalkin today.
So, the daughter survived the V injection.
Yeah. The daughter survived the V, yeah.
But yeah, she tells her what she does. Yeah, she kind of says that she was the benefactor after Marie discovers that she's a soup.
Yeah. And then lets her on into the whole, I also grew up in Red River. I was adopted when I was 12.
Yeah.
You know, blah, 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 blah. And when Marie does tell her about what's going on, her reaction's quite interesting. Quite interesting.
The whole thing is, the fact that she even lets Marie in is very, very
But she also plants seeds there too, when she's telling her, you know, if you keep doing this, they'll ship you off to an adult facility. But first black woman in the 7.
Yeah, that whole thing.
She's best friends with the vice president. She's a powerful woman. So Vic is already gathering soups that are going to be loyal to her. Having a soup in her back pocket with very similar powers.
Yeah.
Is gold dust to her. It's a scapegoat.
Yeah, I feel like
everyone knows Marie has blood powers.
Oh yeah, but I feel like there is an element of emotion involved as well. It's kind of
like, it's a bit like Kate and Shetty.
Yeah, and
only it's been like, because she seems to have been aware of her since, because I thought I was the only one until you showed up in Red River, so she's been aware of her. Yeah. And she does say, no, you got in on your own merit. I just gave you a little extra, you know, push, you know, like just to make sure that you stayed in. But she's also very cunning. I think she did want to meet her and be like, hey, you know, because she, at the very end when she's talking to her about everything, and she's like, maybe that woman can find Annabeth. Yeah,
I don't know why. I just feel like there's also a bit of an emotional level there as well, that Vic just feels like that she might have a bit of a connection with somebody because same powers, very similar upbringing.
Yeah. But she also wants to have her in her pocket as well.
Oh yeah,
forward, so she's gonna warn her away from doing this, and she uses that same thing of, it can all go away.
But I think she's just definitely
a kid who killed her parents. Like,
oh yeah, but she's definitely thinks that she can use her, because otherwise, when Marie tells her about the virus and the woods, she'd just have killed her there and then. So yeah, she definitely wants to use her, and it is interesting that she's like, look, you can fuck it all up and get shunted back into shitty facilities. I know the
pipeline from the institution.
It's impossible to escape without help. And she's talking about herself there as well.
Yeah, because Stan got her out.
But yeah, that you know, you can do that. Or you can not toe the line, but like, I think it's more
keep your head down.
Keep your head down and pick your battles.
Yeah.
I think is what she's trying to say.
Get what you have to do. Focus on your training. Do well. Get into the 7.
But Marie is very, I think Marie kind of takes that as like, well, yeah, pick your battles is very pragmatic and all. But we're talking about captured, tortured children
and
here.
A virus that they're going to...
Yeah, like...
And they have a virus that they... Well, no, she says to her about they have a virus and they want to kill us all.
Oh, I know, yeah. But I think Marie believes that she will take care of it, but as in she'll stop it from coming out.
Yeah.
But she's not going to tell anybody about it. And that's what I think where Marie and Vic are going to differ, is that Marie's like, well, no, that this is the battle I'm picking. I can't let these kids die.
Yeah. Whereas Newman's more interested in getting her hands on the virus.
Yeah, no, Newman just wants the power, and yeah, she's happy to find out about the virus.
Something like that in her back pocket.
Yeah,
that's a big win for her.
Oh god, yeah, and you can see that she doesn't know. She knew about the woods, but she didn't know about the virus. You can see that from her reaction.
Yeah,
but yeah, Marie's kind of left with that from Newman of, look, you can either go back to where you came from, or you can ignore this wood stuff, go back to school, and maybe end up in the 7 where you'll have real power to make change. At which point those kids will be long dead.
Yeah.
But we have skipped ahead again there and passed over Emma finding Sam.
Well, that's kind of after this anyway. Well, in my head it is, because all they do is find Sam coming out of the auditorium.
And Sam,
Emma finds Jordan, and then they find Sam together when he's coming out, and he's like, I got to drink a beer, and they're like, we need to hide you.
Yeah, and he's like, but I don't want to hide. I want to like hang out with all these super people
who are like hanging out and having fun. She was like, yeah, I know you do, sweetheart, but come on, it's not safe for you out here.
But yeah, it seems like he's taken in some of the seeds of that.
Yeah. because they all end up getting a message to go from Kate to go to Shetty's house.
Well, that's a little bit later because we see Shetty and Kate first.
Yeah.
And that's the second point where we thought that Shetty might have had her because...
Well, Shetty comes home from her nefarious meeting in New York. And is like, Kate, oh, you look tired. Did you take your medication? You need to take more. Maybe we should get you to lie down. And she's like, I'm fine. She's got no gloves on. Which is the best bit, is that when she walks in.
Well, yeah, Shetty spots that straight away.
She's already got no gloves on. And she's like visibly upset.
But yeah,
that interaction's weird.
It is.
I do admire the fact that, like, Shetty's not afraid to reach out and, like, hold her hands or anything like that. Like, Shetty's actually not afraid to touch her, which I quite admire.
And like, she is supposed to love her. And I...
Like, she believes that she loves her. And it is, I think, like she said, it was like they found each other when they were both really broken and alone. Lonely,
like. But it's just interesting that she can have both those views.
Yeah, well... You get it all the time.
Oh, yeah, I know. Cognitive dissonance is a thing, I know. But that she has this so polar opposite of kill all soups.
But not this one.
It's Bender and Fry. It's kill all humans, except this one.
But you get, like, it's like that weird phenomenon that you get where neo-Nazis have mixed-race children and would, like, literally kill anyone who said anything about their kids. It's so fucking bizarre.
But yeah, you watch that scene play out, and
especially when she's like crying and she kneels down and puts her head on her lap, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, that's where you really think you're like, oh no,
okay, no. But Kate at the same time is so broken inside. That anybody, like, because Shetty is all about the affectionate touches, and like she kisses her on the forehead, and she's giving her all these things she has been starved of her entire life. And
even most recently, all of her friends have turned on her and are giving her shit. And this is
Shetty is still comforting her.
Yeah, so
and still giving her that one thing.
You could understand why she might go back to that.
Kate at this point is very much like a beaten dog. She really is. Like, she's so beat down by everything that the one person that will give her a gentle hand is the person she's going to.
Yeah, and it's not that the others don't have a right to feel betrayed. They absolutely do. But I just feel like if they were a little bit more understanding of her, or even a little bit more trusting of her, like,
I don't blame Marie for not trusting her. Marie doesn't know her.
No, but I just mean that they are nearly pushing her back to Shetty by being so untrusting of her.
Yeah.
But thankfully that's not the way it plays out, because as you said, she texts them all to come around to Shetty's place.
Yeah, Andre understandably declines. He's in
with his dad, and he wants to stay with his dad.
Yeah, he apologises to his dad for basically how much of a shit he's been. It's a nice little moment, but yeah, it's like I have a horrible feeling it's going to be too little, too late for that.
It would be weird to introduce him just to kill him off. I don't know. I find I'm not getting an awful lot from Andre.
Andre really, like, the rest of them
nothing to do with the actor, by the way. It's just the character.
The character is a little bit underdeveloped because he's like he's Golden Boy's best friend. He's the metal guy. He's just one of them. He doesn't have like a resounding storyline behind him, apart from the fact that he's like he was sleeping with Kate. Like, he's just kind of this spoiled rich boy who's
the pressure to follow in his dad's footsteps.
But you never really get any sort of like. He doesn't have a memory in Kate's head. Okay, he's the one that pulls her out of it. Yeah, but he never has a confrontation like that. You never really get any of his sort of backstory anyway along the way. Except for, I looked up to my dad and I wanted to be this and I wanted to be that. And that's just, there's a lot. He's just kind of lacking in any sort of personality development in this. Like, you've got Marie, who is the scrappy underdog. You've got Emma, who's the lovable fucking heart of the group, who is genuinely a good person, who's had some shitty, especially given her fucking family and some of the things she's mentioned along the way. Kate is a very broken human who is starved of affection.
Yeah, well, I think they had to develop Kate's character that bit more.
Even Golden Boy, for how much you saw him, he was really badly damaged. Like, he was somebody who was slowly unraveling at the seams. Sam is just, as well, there's severe mental health issues going on top of all the shit that happened to him.
Yeah.
And Andre's just kind of there. Even like Jordan, you see all the struggles with Jordan and their parents, and that getting them to accept them for who they are. And Jordan even come to terms with kind of themselves.
Yeah, and trying to get wider acceptance in the soup community. Despite...
And Andre's just kind of there.
Yeah, and
like even we got more off Dusty, to be honest.
I don't know about that now, but
no, like I do feel like Andre is lacking, which is a shame because I really enjoyed Chance Perdermo.
Yeah, no, he has been great, but yeah, it's
a bit one-noty.
Yeah, they haven't given us a lot for him to make him easier to sympathise with, if you know what I mean.
He's just spent so much time being angry at everybody.
That's part of it, yeah.
That it's kind of hard to like him because...
Like, he was angry with his dad before he found out about his dad knowing about the woods.
Yeah, he doesn't like his dad because his dad's pushing him on this route and he doesn't really get to create his own personality. It's like, oh, you're going to be the second polarity. And he's like, oh yeah, that's great, thanks.
Yeah, so it seems like in the first couple...
who gives a shit, like?
But in the first couple episodes, yeah, it's like, oh, he doesn't want the pressure from his dad to be so high up and have to, like, keep all the trustees happy because that's his dad's dream, not his kind of thing.
His dad's like a bit of a dance mom.
But then as soon as he finds out that his dad is in on it, we keep hearing from him about how, oh, when I was little, I always wanted to be like my dad.
And now he's involved in all of this
so shit. I hate him. But it's like, well, hang on. If you always wanted to be like him...
Why were you resisting so hard?
Yeah, exactly. So I think, it's just... No, I mean, maybe part of it is these shorter episodes. We're not getting to spend as long with the characters, so we don't have as much time to develop them.
And the woods is kind of the overarching... It's not so much about them and how they interact with each other. It's like how they're dealing with this as well.
Yeah. And it's just... There's always going to be some characters that are developed more than others. I just find... Andre's a bit...
No, he is. He's just very angry all the time, and it's kind of hard to like a person who's not going to show you any sort of range or vulnerability. Like, you do get it a bit when he's talking to Kate, but about how he loves her. But it's so aggressive the way he says it when he's like, I loved you.
And
like,
also...
I loved you, and you had the audacity to get in my head.
And, well, also... The other thing then is the only thing that we did have to kind of where he wasn't angry was when he like connected with Kate after Luke's death.
Yeah.
But then we found out that
he'd been sleeping with her anyway. Yeah.
So it was like, oh yeah, the one thing that was kind of soft and gentle and emotional about him has now been undercut because he was actually cheating with his best friend's girlfriend.
Yeah, the whole time.
And then that gets mussed up in the whole stuff about what you were just saying about him being angry about her getting inside the head and how much he loves her. And it's like, yeah, now that, like, do you want me to have sympathy for him or not? Because I don't like cheaters.
Yeah, no, he comes across as spoiled, like, little rich boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boo earns. You had your whole life mapped out and everything's going to be perfect and this, that, and the other. And I can understand wanting to make your own path as well. But he doesn't, he's happy to take everything that's given to him. That's, I think, the thing is he gives out about it, but he's also happy to lean back onto it and let him save him, like when they're in the nightclub.
Yeah.
When he's like, come on, we'll get the fuck out of here. Like, no, they all just want to leave. Marie's the one who actually steps forward, but they're all like, no, fuck that shit. Like, we'll call it up for us. We'll call a cleaner. Like,
yeah. Well, they're like, we have to get out of here before people realize it was us. But I'm just finding Andre a little bit lacking, and maybe that's it because in this episode we're supposed to feel bad for him because his dad is sick and or dying or whatever.
And it's like, no, you should have been such a fucking dick to him in the first place.
Yeah, maybe.
You should have at least had a conversation once they find out that Emma's gotten out of the woods and everything like that. The first person they should have spoken to again was his dad.
Well, we said that last week.
Logically, I would have thought that was where they would have gone first. It's like, we need to go.
We said that last week when they set their sights on Shetty, that the first thing they'd probably do would be go to Polarity because he'd be easier to get to than trying to go straight for Shetty. At least they tell him,
he'd be able to tell them the truth and why they shouldn't be going near it. You know, at least if you had somebody who was like, you can't, like, because he's already warned them off once. So why not go back and be like, we all know what's happening and Kate's in on it. So why not just get Kate to go and show up with Kate and be like, Kate knows what's happening. We know what's happening. Tell us the truth.
Or make Kate tell.
No, not even. Like, just tell us the truth. Be honest with us. So because we are grasping at fucking straws here.
Yeah, oh no, I get that. But because
instead, he's all like, I can't trust my dad, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, your dad is fucking terrified for you, mate.
Well, but we don't know. And I think, so I'm hoping that will be, I don't think they're going to wrap that all up next week.
No, I think
there'll be too much other stuff going on. So I think, maybe season 2 and we might get a bit more better Andre stuff.
Yeah.
When that stuff continues. But no, they end up going straight for Shetty.
Yeah.
And Kate's really done a number on her.
Oh, God, yeah. So, like, they arrive up to the house. I love the way they just leave the doors open, but the girls are like, or they're all like, get all of our weapons. If you're so worried, just send Sam in first.
Yeah.
Fairs. But they go in, Kate's standing there, all sweet and innocent, and Shetty's standing behind her.
Yeah, they're not really sure what's happening.
And they're like, Kate, what's going on?
But then Kate's like, no, look, I'm on your side, and I'm going to show you, and makes the Dean spill the beans.
Yeah, well, the Dean's first like, I love you, and she's like, I love you too. Now, shut up!
No, she's like, I know you love me. That doesn't make you any less of a horrible fucking monster.
She calls her a bitch.
Yeah, no, I know, I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, she makes her
tell them all
about it.
And then you get the history of Goldalkin as well, and thank fuck he's got a new history.
Yes.
I couldn't cope with that. That was unnecessary. I don't think anybody needs that.
Yeah, no longer a pedo, now a behavioural psychologist who set up the university. Now, and that, I actually want to know more about him, because he must have walked a tightrope, because he was working with Vought, because it's a Vought-run university.
But he was studying
He was studying them to find their weaknesses and things like that.
Well, Vought would have also given him the go-ahead on that. You think Vought
Vought would want to know those things as well. But if somebody approaches you and says, hey, I want to set up this thing that's going to expose all the weaknesses and badness in the thing that's your biggest product, you're going to be like, no. No, fuck off.
Well, so, you might not know. They might have approached him to set up the university and have it as a front. Like,
but the way
when was it founded? Like sometime in the fucking 1960s?
I don't know. But the
hotbed of like behavioural experiments.
But the way that Shetty talks about him, it's like he's an earlier version of her.
Yeah.
He's not an earlier version of Brink. It sounds like he didn't like superheroes. He said
he
to
just
study them and find their weaknesses. So yeah, he must have walked a tightrope with Vought, and I thought that was interesting. But then she makes her divulge the why she is doing
Homelander.
She says Homelander.
And poor Emma in the middle is like, can I have a
Emma's got no idea what's going on at first.
Yeah, Emma's like, can I have the Spark Notes?
The Spark Notes version? Yeah, because Emma doesn't know anything about the virus or anything like that.
No, yet. Emma's just been off trying to find Sam. Every time anything happens, Emma's off trying to find Sam.
Basically, yeah.
So but yeah, no,
the Dean's like, no, not Homelander killing the Starlighter, dude. Homelander killing my family on that flight.
Well, it's Marie. Marie is like, the airplane.
Yeah.
Homelander brought it down. Like, that's when she realises, she's like, oh my God, did Homelander bring it down? And she's going on then about how she's going to kill them all.
Well, yeah, that she after her saying that it's Homelander is the reason, she says that, no, well, that's why I want to kill you all, because you all just leave
destruction,
devastation in your wake, basically.
Just look at what you did to your parents.
Which is a low fucking blow. Even for her, that's a low blow.
Oh, you mean the parents that unwillingly injected us with V when we were small children in return for a massive payout? And those parents who couldn't cope with the consequences of their actions, so shipped off our kids to fucking...
And again,
parents?
Another little bit of cognitive dissonance from her as well, because she chooses to say, look at what you did to your parents. Whereas if she said, look at what you did to your family, Kate would be included in that bracket.
Yeah.
But no, it's not Kate's fault. It's not Kate's fault that she killed her brother. But it's all of your fault that you did all of this horrible stuff to your family.
And Kate is like, nope, that doesn't work at all for me.
Yeah.
So it's time to do the thing.
And Shetty puts a knife to her throat and kills herself. Kate won't let Emma help, which is fucking horrible.
Won't let
Marie help.
She grabs Marie and tells her not to help, and Marie, and the thing is, Kate can see what's going on in Marie's head. Yeah. And she's like, I'm so sorry, you have to relive this. No, you're not.
Yeah.
If you were, you would let her either help her or you would have knocked her out. So she didn't have to see that. But if she had 1 ounce of compassion in her body, she would have put her to sleep instead of having to make her watch her bleed out in almost identical fashion to her mother.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's
with
horrible.
Emma and Jordan trying to staunch the bleeding.
But I think it's just before Kate makes Shetty cut her throat, she says about how they want to kill us all, so we have to strike first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, don't know how I feel about that one.
No, she's completely fanatical. You can tell. Like, she gets that weird, like, kind of fucking almost contact high eye glaze when she's talking about it. Like, she's actually like...
she's now gone the other way of, well, if they want to kill all of us, maybe we should kill all of them.
Yeah, she's gone full on. Ooh. Like, she drank the Kool-Aid.
It seems like Sam might possibly agree, because after Shetty has died and Maria's like, do you know what you've done? Sam's response is... Justice. Now, I know she did horrible things to him.
Yeah,
But in the last episode...
Sam's judgments are highly skewed.
They are, but after everything he saw at the rally, I feel like he's leaning that way.
Yeah.
And I
Which
don't know
is,
how I
it's
feel
not
about
hard
that.
to blame him for that
No.
because he doesn't know enough to do it, and Emma is trying so hard, and he's also had Emma in the last episode being like, you don't have to hurt them.
But yeah.
And then just seeing Kate hurt somebody.
The very last episode, exactly that. Emma had told him, just because somebody hurt you didn't have to hurt them.
Back.
And then the person who that was about hurt somebody who had hurt them.
Yeah.
Yes, I just...
Sam's not getting any sort of like good, moral code.
And we don't need somebody that powerful and that unbalanced on the side of Soup Lives Matter.
Yeah, no.
We really don't. We really don't. But all that's left in the episode then after Shetty's death is one other death.
Yeah, so Cardosa fucking turns tail, also has the same idea, goes to Neuman.
And also goes to the worst person possible. And
hands
over the virus.
With his big old can of virus. It's not a Barbosa can, but it'll do.
Yep.
And is like, you really need to get that into deep freeze. Just in case. And she's
like... That's not what the can is for.
No, but that's only like a transport thing. She's like, cool, thanks. And he's like, you'll get my family out of here, won't you? And she's like, yeah, I got it all rearranged. I got it, it's okay, it's cool.
It's already sorted.
Yeah, here, have a card. And he's like, cool. And they kind of like make a little bit more small talk. And she's like, you're the only person who knows about this, right?
Well,
and he's like, yeah. And she's like, you're the only person who can make it. And he's like, yeah. And you can just see her little smirk.
Yeah, he asks as well. He's like, we have the same goals. Because where he should have gone is actually Mallory.
Yeah, he should have gone to Mallory.
Because him and Mallory do have the same goals.
What is it he said? Compassionate
control.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how compassionate Mallory would be. But she's definitely more on the control side than she is on the murder them all side.
Yeah.
But we don't know what side Vic's on in terms of... It's probably
Vic's
not
on her
murder
own.
them all. But yeah,
Vic's on her own
I'd
side.
rather Mallory had it than Vic had it.
I would much rather Mallory had it. I wouldn't rather the CIA had it, but I'd be quite happy if Mallory had it.
Yeah, but then just before...
Because you know exactly who the CIA would test it on. Soldier Boy. They've still got him on ice.
I don't think they would... Maybe not him, because he's got that whole ability to depower people. So if they can figure out how that works as well... But yeah, no, instead, Vic gets it, and she tells him he's a 21st century hero, and then pops his fucking head off.
Yeah, she's really got to stop doing that.
She does, but she won't.
Yeah, she likes it too much.
So now, I don't see the virus being part of
I think virus is off the table now, and it's just those infected kids in the woods.
Yeah, I think episode 8 is going to be...
I think those kids in the woods are going to get out.
Oh, it could be that. Yeah, but I don't think the virus and Vic, I think, are now back off towards season 4 of The Boys.
Yeah, but I think
there might be some other mention
with those, they're either going to try... Well, Shetty's dead.
Cardosa's dead. Brink
is dead.
Yeah, no, but just...
Polarity's in a coma.
In the immediate things, yeah. Polarity's in a coma, Shetty's dead, and Cardosa... Well, they might not be worried about Cardosa, but they're certainly going to know about Shetty being dead fairly quick.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be worried about Cardosa, the guy who's been working on it.
But they don't know. Vought don't know that's what Cardosa's been working on, so they may not be too worried about that.
And I think Ashley's going to send in to clear house. That's what I see happening, is they're going to go Shetty's dead.
Oh, I want Tech Knight to be the new Dean. Can Tech Knight come back?
I'm pretty sure that thing in his head means he can't. I don't think he's safe to be allowed around minors or anybody, really.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that the next episode will be finishing off the Woods stuff.
I think they're going to get out.
I
just have a feeling that they're going to get out, or there's something is going to go wrong. Either Vought are going to send in and clean house, and something's going to go wrong when they're transporting the dead bodies.
Yeah,
like somebody's going to catch sight of it or something like that.
I don't see the episode ending well.
No. Or either they're going to get into the woods and they're going to finally like get into the woods and it's going to be completely empty. Like they're not going to find anything. It's going to have been scrubbed. I
don't think Kate is done killing people either.
No, Kate.
I think Kate's got a few more
I'm
people.
kind of hoping that she goes a little bit like Dark Phoenix and just is like, because now she's like fully unleashed all her power because she's off her meds, that she's just going to lose it.
And she did
and be
seem
like,
to be
I will be a great and powerful queen.
She did seem to be telling Shetty to do things without touching her as well.
Yeah, well, her eye, like, they did say immediately, like when they walked in, they were like, oh my God, Kate, your eye. And she's like, no, I feel better than ever.
Yeah. Hey. So yeah, I cannot wait to watch the last episode. This was a good one. A lot went on in this one. I loved all the town hall stuff and the radicalisation of the kids stuff.
Well,
that was my jam.
I was kind of waiting a little bit on that because the university is such a microcosm of the bigger world that you've already seen. It was interesting to see how this was affecting the upcoming generation. All this fervour, all of this stuff that had happened over the previous year with Starlight and Stormfront and all of that jazz and all the guys in their fucking khaki and polo shirts with their fucking garden stakes.
Because I mentioned it in the first episode when the guy in Red River is like, oh, since Starlight spoke her truth, I've been inspired to speak mine.
But that was the first bit we'd kind of gotten of it. So to see it
kind of come to a head. Yeah,
because it'd been simmering away. It seems to have been like, it may not have been very prevalent in the dorms or anything like that, but obviously the sentiment exists across the university as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, and you did see it in little clips of stuff to do with like Homelander being on trial and that sort of stuff. You saw the VNN things.
But then the Homelander statue's all vandalised, so what are you supposed to think?
Was that not just in the promo material?
No, they pan over at one point. It's got like graffiti on the base of it.
Oh, right. But yeah, no, so that was episode 7, and I cannot wait for the last episode.
Not long now?
No, not long now until the last episode is out. But in the meantime, guys, if you want, you can head back and listen to our previous episodes, or you can listen to our other podcast, Mono Rants at the Movies, or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.